We are your hosts for this episode today. You are cuties.
Yeah.
And today we will be talking about the transition to uni and the different experiences of international students, interstate students, and domestic students who grew up in Sydney. So we'll just quickly introduce everyone, starting with Suchi.
Hi, I'm Suchi. I'm an international student from India, and I'm studying economics at USYD.
Oh. Yeah, let's clap.
Yeah, okay.
Monica, I'm a domestic student and I grew up in Sydney.
Yeah.
And me, I'm from Vietnam and I'm an international student in USYD. Okay.
I'm Lucy. I'm from Brisbane in Australia and I'm domestic, but I'm interstate.
I'm Sarah. I'm from Canberra, so domestic, interstate as well.
And lastly, hi, I'm Shamir. I'm also international, but I grew up in Sydney. And I'm a second year studying Bachelor of Economics.
Yay! Oh, and this is what's his name?
It's Sir
Michael
okay.
Thomas
Sir
something.
Michael
or
Thomas.
Hamish. It was
Oh,
Hamish.
Sir
Sir
Michael Hamish Thomas Moore the second.
More.
And he's
I'm not remembering that.
He's a resident of the regiment media room.
He was found.
Okay.
Yeah, he was found in this room, so he's a bit sus, but
He's seen everything.
yeah, he must have seen lots of things.
But it's okay, we adopt.
Okay, we accept him for all his traumas and parts. Okay, so
yeah.
Let's get started. Do we want to kind of talk about our experiences, like moving, like before we came to uni, like maybe some expectations we had?
Yeah.
So how about for you guys who are international? Like, did you have any expectations of what uni in Australia, a different country, was going to be like before you came?
For me, I heard that Australian is very chill, but like when I came to USYD, I feel pretty pressured. I think the workload is a lot and the math is hard. Even for me, I'm an Asian.
It's like what happened? The Asian is not Asian.
So that's quite surprising to me.
Yeah. No, I think that's correct when it comes to like high school. Just in general, like compared to like overseas high school and Australian high school, it's so much more chill. Because I did like my year 5 to year 7 in Bangladesh. But as soon as I came here, I was like so chill. Because they barely work you in high school. Yeah.
That kind of makes sense. Like I was tutoring over here and I realized things which we were taught in like year 8 back in India.
Yeah.
They were being taught in year 12 in
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, whoa, this is so easy.
Oh, same with like Singapore, right? Just like randomly. But yeah, it's like they're so smart there.
Yeah.
No, it's just like Asian people just like overworking. They're cute. That's literally it. That's literally it.
Do you guys do like Kumon?
Kumon?
Yeah.
I did North Shore. Yeah.
North Shore.
I think it's like similar to Kumon. Yeah.
Like we said you like before, I think like another expectation like we had was like when you come to Australia you can see like kangaroos like
Like in Vietnam we have like posters on Facebook like the list of animals you can see in Australia. It's just like got a lot of reactions. Yeah.
And have you seen them yet?
No, I haven't. But I have seen a few cockroaches.
Scams. I think you rarely see the wildlife unless you go to like zoos or like more rural areas.
Yeah, more like the outskirts, like the outskirts of urban area. Like if you go like north, very up north, or like very west, you'll probably see them in like suburban areas. But yeah, but cockroaches everywhere, man. I'm having a problem in my house as well. Like, you know, no, it's partly my fault because like since I'm living alone and like the house is so big, I'm not bothered cleaning my house. So it's like, you know, you face the consequences. I think I saw I heard like I thought it was a rat. But it was just a big ass cockroach. Like it's right this big.
Oh,
And it was fat as well, so like you can see its like stomach bulging out.
sorry?
Yeah.
It's having like a feast actually.
It has like every crumble that I've got, I probably ate all of it.
The first time I entered the gym, it was because of a party or something, and then I remember the guard who was sitting over here had like this huge spider in a box stored just for like a showpiece so that he could just show it on to students like that.
What?
So
Like one he found, or is it a big spider?
He found the spider.
Yeah.
At Reg?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like it was this huge.
How? I could never.
That's so scary. Wait, one of those hairy ones? Or?
No, I don't know.
The potential areas.
I think actually, I don't know, because we live on campus, right? There's also cockroaches at uni at night.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, no. I was watching that at Eastern the other day. I think like a
yeah,
week ago.
Eastern Avenue.
Eastern Avenue. I saw like 2 cockroaches back to back just going in front of me. I was like,
He looks so clean though, like the Eastern Avenue.
Yeah.
It's like so empty.
yeah.
I don't know. It was like a few months ago.
Oh.
I don't know, maybe like the weather. Me and my friends were like going on a walk, and there were just cockroaches everywhere. Like we're in a law library, like the stairs near the
Yeah.
everywhere. Like, so
So
scary.
feral.
So feral.
Feral.
Sydney is so feral.
That's so. Like on George Street, they're everywhere.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
And they're like fat. Fat and crunchy.
I was trying to eat my dinner.
Oh, it's like so crunchy. Oh, imagine that.
Wait, have you guys ever tried eating an insect?
Sorry?
Have you guys ever eaten an insect?
No.
Not on purpose.
Oh, wait, you have eaten them.
Explain.
No, isn't it like everyone has eaten a few insects in their life? Like
I
in
mean,
their sleep?
prawn's an insect if you think about it that way. A prawn is an insect.
Oh,
if
so
you think
true.
about
Wait,
it.
no, isn't it a mollusk?
What's that?
It's like.
Oh
It's
yeah,
a mollusk.
mollusks are insects, right?
Oh.
wait.
I have no idea.
Guys, we'll have to fact check. Wait, you mean prawn is a mollusk?
I'm pretty sure prawn's an insect.
Oh, or maybe mollusks
sea
are
insects.
insects then.
Yeah, sea insects,
That
yeah.
makes sense.
I heard insects are really good for you. Like apparently they're really high
What?
protein.
I heard that.
Especially
like
cockroaches.
Yeah, like protein
Oh
of the
my
future.
God.
Yeah.
Don't tempt me to eat cockroaches. I'm trying to maintain a high protein diet, but it's like really hard maintaining.
Oh,
it,
that's
so-
like that's
Yeah.
why it is so
Maybe I should add some cockroaches.
The green ones.
Imagine he's like walking down Eastern Avenue picking up the cockroaches.
Okay, no.
Not too.
No.
But like I have read like a scientific post about like if every animal extinct, only cockroaches live, and that's the
Yeah, I
only
heard that too.
food option we can eat.
Oh.
That's when we're all gonna be high protein
die.
individuals.
We'll see when we get to that point. Hopefully, we never get to that point.
Yeah.
That's why we've got to take care of our planet, I guess.
Yeah.
But Shamir gonna be fine.
Yeah, Shamil will be fine.
Oh my god.
Shamil will get the protein.
Oh. Maybe like I should just like keep on living, like keep my house unclean so I can like grow the cockroaches. So if we get to that point, I'll have the supply. I'll be like pretty much like
Monopoly.
be an oligarch and like, you know.
Cockroach farm.
Yeah.
Should we stay on topic? We just started talking about eating cockroaches. Like,
guys, what happened?
I mean, yeah, expectations are used to.
how about like you, Monica, or like Sarah? Because you guys, you were in Sydney originally.
Yeah.
Like, did you guys have any expectations before you came to uni though? Like from high school?
I actually transferred from ANU, so I did like a year of uni in Canberra, and then I moved to Sydney. I would say like USYD culture is pretty different. Like maybe like generally ANU has a lot more I guess like domestic students, but USYD has so many more internationals.
Right.
So many internationals. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think maybe also because it's such a big uni, I was more expecting to, I guess like, build more friendships in my tutorials, but that didn't really happen because I think a lot of people they just go like straight home,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
maybe because they already like know other people from Sydney, so they just have like their own friendship groups ready. So
Yeah.
it's like a bit hard to integrate.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good point. Because like for people, I guess everyone who comes to uni, have you guys found that it's like difficult to make friends, or like you have to like really put yourself out there to make new friends?
Yeah, I think like something very similar. I was experiencing during my first semester. You know, like that's what you hope for. Like when you go into a class, you talk to people or something.
Yeah.
But like I went into a class, nobody talked. I came back from a class, nobody was talking on the way, and I was like, okay, is that how it's gonna be? But then
Yeah.
slowly you just go by and you do make friends. And I think like initially, like I made a lot of friends from my own country because like we could relate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's like you made a lot of friends in classes, but like they only stay with you for a semester, and for the next semester, like strangers. So pretty sad about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like in class friends.
It's like quite hard to like keep that connection going. I think you really have to like make an effort because like, for example, in high school, for me at least, like the way I made friends, it was just like through coincidence because we had like so many classes together and things would happen and you like build that connection progressively. But in uni, there's like less of that opportunity, and so when there's no more classes, I guess you really have to like reach out if you want to like keep that friend, keep that connection going.
And it's also like in uni, most people already have their like bubble of friends, so they're like less inclined to like to even if you gotta go to two, and it's just like get the class done and over with, go back to my mates and wherever you know, wherever my area is, and then that will be their life. They're pretty much treating uni as like just get my education, be done over with and whatnot.
Yeah, which is
So
like fair.
it's fair, but then because they already have their group of mates and whatnot, but like at the same time, it's like, what about the rest of us? in a sense?
What about us? No.
Yeah, what about us?
And I don't think it's good to like really close yourself off to like new people, new experiences. Yeah, I think I find that quite common, like more common amongst like I'd say like domestic
students mostly,
who like already have like their friend groups from school. Yeah, but obviously it's not all. But I would say a majority.
I think like what Sushi was saying this now about like people from the same, I guess, place they kind of connect. I feel like that's so true though, because a lot of my friends who also came to Sydney, they might not have been like friends with some people in high school, but then they just like became friends. I think I'm just like, I guess I'm assuming, I'm not too sure, but just because they were from Canberra.
Right.
So yeah, it's kind of interesting.
That's like my experience actually. So like I moved from Brisbane, right? And like currently my like I'd say like closest friends in Sydney are people that moved from Brisbane as well, but we weren't necessarily that close in high school. So I agree, like having people who are like kind of similar to you during the transition, like you become a lot closer easily. 'cause,
No,
like,
most definitely, yeah. I've had people who back in high school wouldn't talk to me. We would go to the same class and whatnot. Like literally, we had the same homeroom teacher and whatnot. We wouldn't talk. We would sit on the other side of the class, And then as soon as uni happened, uni started, and we went to the same, like we had pretty much the same timetable. We just became like the closest friends of all time. Like damn, it's like we barely talked to each other in high school, and then here we are. But yeah,
that's why so much of friendship is just like pure chance, and then like what you do with it, I guess.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Lucy,
My thoughts
on just like moving from Brisbane?
moving from Brisbane, like in general.
Yeah, in general.
I don't know. I think for me it was a good decision. I think I've grown a lot as a person in like the months I've moved here. That doesn't mean that it hasn't been like hard. I guess I still like miss home a lot and I miss my family a lot. And sometimes it can feel quite like lonely, I'd say.
Yeah.
But also I'm so much more independent as a person now that I've moved. It's been good.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah. Do you guys like visit back home every now and then, or like for example in the holidays? Yeah.
Yeah.
At least you guys like we have that, so I keep connected. Like for your example with you Brisbane and your camera.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's a lot easier because Brisbane's like an hour and a half flight away.
No, yeah.
So that's like a long train ride. Like, yeah.
Can you go by train from Sydney too? Like using to...
No,
No.
there's no train.
Okay. I was like, you go from Central all the way to Brisbane.
No. I don't think
Wait.
it's connected. But they should make like a across Australia line.
Yeah. Because I know there's one to go Canberra.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Canberra is like 4 hours, just like direct train.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
convenient.
And then there was also one from Melbourne I saw. But they
Yeah,
happen
that's
like
like
every
12
2
hours.
days.
Yeah.
Oh, train from Sydney to
I didn't
Melbourne.
know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, there is.
But that's a long one.
Oh, it takes like a day
A
to
whole
get
Yeah.
to
day.
Melbourne.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fair.
Oh wait, is it the overnight train?
Yeah.
Oh, I think
Yeah.
one of my friends went on that last year.
Yeah.
I guess when it's like that close, kind of like
Mm.
when I really miss them, I can always go back for a weekend. So
Yeah.
that's made like
So like I've started in a boarding school, from my year 8 to year 12, and I've always like stayed away from my parents. So everybody like assumed that it was so easy for me like coming to Australia as well because like I was still away from parents. But I would say like at high school like I didn't miss my parents at all. But once I came to Australia, like coming to a whole new different country and like when you didn't see people around as much as you did like in a school, like in school, like it's so easy to like meet and like communicate with people, but over here like people are like sometimes not open to talk or actually interact. So initially I was like so lonely and it was so difficult to like meet friends or something, but like once you start connecting with people, I think, and like how I said, I met people of my own country and then started interacting with them. That's when like I realized like it's not so bad and like you can still like grow at the same time while learning so many new things.
Before I came to Australia, I cried like every day for like 3
Aw.
months.
oh, just because
Yeah, but like after I come here, I just cry like a week, and after that, I get used to everything, and also I have to do schoolwork and stuff, so I just forget about this. So, yeah, but like when I came back to Vietnam, the winter break, and I also cry a lot before like flying back here because like it's not about me fearing like going to a new country, but it's more like I'm like miss my parents, and I see them right now. It's like so much like happiness. And, like I think of in the future, I get not to like live with them. It's a little bit sad for me. Yeah.
Loneliness, right?
Yeah.
that's that kind of thing. Like when you go, like reach for this big new opportunity that is like moving somewhere else for uni, you do have to like let go of something. Yeah.
Do you still like talk with your parents regularly and everything though?
Yeah, once a week.
Once a
Once a
week.
week.
That's what I know.
I have my mom on call
Yeah.
like every morning. I'm like, I can't stay
Yeah.
without you. Like, I have to talk to my mom.
Yeah, like every morning and every night for me is well.
Oh.
I call my parents. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
are your parents also like back?
So basically, I've been living alone since like late July, because what happened was my mum took a big break from like her work, so she was like, "Oh, she's going to go overseas," and then she took my sister with me. So I've been home alone ever since. But yeah, usually like I'm with them, like they're over here and whatnot. But yeah, like I guess I got like a little bit of experience of that loneliness, you know, because like house is so empty.
House is
Yeah.
empty.
I just keep saying it because like there's no other way to like explain the feeling. Because like I want to say I'm feeling lonely, but at the same time I'm not really, because I'm always talking to someone, whether it be on call, whether it be like I'll invite someone else. But yeah, it's just like once we got to that night and like you just like it just hits you because like there's no one else.
No, I get
Yeah.
that feeling.
That feeling's the worst in my opinion. Yeah. Nah, but they're coming back in like this Sunday, so yeah, it'll go for me.
Good.
That's good.
Yeah, that'll be so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, they're coming back like permanently or just to visit for a bit?
Indefinitely, but we're gonna go back to Bangladesh December for the winter.
We'll see.
And then from then we'll see if
Do you also feel like because like you all moved away from family, you got closer to them, because like I feel like
No,
since
yeah.
the time I've like been like away from them, I talk to them more and I want to share my life more with them. So that just brought me closer as a family as well.
That's good.
Yeah,
I agree.
totally related. Because like back in my home country, I will always like hang out until 10, 11 and go home. So I rarely talk to my parents. Yeah. But now we get more chance to talk. So yeah, I think it's great. How about you?
I still live with my parents, so like not much has changed at home in like the uni transition. Like it's just like during the day, like just I'm going to like a different location to study, but like it's not that big of a difference for me.
Oh, that's good then. So like you just smoothly transitioned from school to uni. Like what was the main difference for you in terms of like?
I guess there's more like independence at uni. Like you can choose your own timetable, and like I can go less days. So that's fun.
I guess that's like the other side of the experience.
Yeah,
like
just
just
like
like when you
opposites
do
at
stay
home.
at home with your family. How about like friends though? Do you find that like you've mostly like stayed with your high school friends, or like you've been like actively trying to make new friends at uni?
I feel like most of my friends, they go to different unis.
Oh,
So
right.
I made a few friends from uni, and like they're like my best friends now, so it's like really fun. I don't know what to say, but
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, same with me. Like most of my mates from my high school group, they're all in like either USYD, Macquarie, or like even Western Sydney. But even though, since we're already connected and we like catch up every now and then,
Yeah.
like our friendship hasn't died or anything. I think that's the main part. Like with friends in general, as long as you just like put the effort into like catching up, you'll maintain that bond like forever.
it's
Because
hard
like,
to make plans with them as well.
oh yeah, no, as a
Trimesters,
group, yeah. USYD
Bro, yeah,
clowns.
USYD
USYD
clowns.
clowns. If you have any USYD viewers, L. Onswa.
Onswa. You know Onswa? I thought. Oh, do you guys know about Onswa?
No.
It's only an
Where's
AIESEC thing, like the Onswa
Yeah.
abbreviation. Like we call UNSW Onswa.
In ISEC.
Oh, cause like I'm.
Yeah,
UNSW.
UNSW. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I've like gotten so used to saying that I talk to my friends. I'm like, oh yeah, my friend from Onswa, and then they're like, what? What is Onswa?
Yeah.
You know, when I first heard about it in Rick or something, I was like, is this like a different college that we haven't heard of or something?
Yeah, because I was just thinking about that. I was like, is this a different college? Because I don't know what's unsure.
Yeah.
I thought it was like some weird slang. I was like, slang?
Lie.
Yeah.
Guys, come to StateCon.
StateCon. What was
Oh,
StateCon?
the conference, like.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is that like that camp thing?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
camp
yeah.
thing.
Oh, is everyone going?
Yeah, it's like New South Wales. All the local committees from New South Wales
Yeah.
will go there.
Are you guys going?
If more, when is it? I don't know.
8th to 10th of
8th to
September.
10th.
Oh, yeah, we can talk about it.
Okay, yeah,
I was
yeah.
supposed to talk about it in TM, but I forgot.
It's
Oh, yeah. Move on.
Well, yeah. Nah, so yeah, anyway, yeah. So as long as you keep, like, for example, like one of my mates, we won't talk each other for like 2-3 months. I'm like, yo, you want to catch up? It's like, okay. And then you just like, at that day, you spend the whole day together. And then, yeah, it's just like rejuvenate that friendship.
Yeah.
So it's like that. So like, as long as you like, either any one of you just keep on going like, oh, let's catch up, then it should be fine.
Do you find that you guys like still click really well, or is it like it like varies? Like some people you'll click really well with, but then other times like, would you reckon you would have grown apart, or like not really?
I don't think so. I haven't had that with anyone yet, with one of my mates, because like since we were close in high school, we kind of knew what our vibes were with each other, and like they pretty much haven't changed from like, and the stuff that they had changed, it wasn't like their personality or whatever. It's just like they're doing their own stuff and whatnot, and we just catch up on that.
Yeah.
But like we're still like friends and whatnot. Like the vibe's still there.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that's what matters, I guess. Like as long as, and then, oh no. I had one case where one of my mates, like, he completely changed.
Like
But
his
yeah.
personality.
But yeah. So he like, he used to be like very introverted in a sense, and he would be like a gamer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like that type.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
type. Yeah.
So that's so bad.
That type. Yeah.
I like we shouldn't like box people in, but like
No. Yeah. So
it is what it is. Yeah.
It is what it is. It is. Like you're not wrong, but yeah. So and then after uni, he became like a lot involved in like uni, which is good for them.
Yeah.
Good for him, and he's like part of different societies, and he's like pretty much like doing so much stuff
Wow.
that yeah. So he became more like open and whatnot. It was like, yo, bro. I was like, bro, you completely changed. I don't know what happened, but yeah, we just as long as you're like open and vulnerable with them, should be fine. Like express that, oh, bro, like you're so different from high school and whatnot. Yeah.
But I think like that's kind of like a constant thing. Like
Yeah.
people grow, people change.
Yeah. As long as you acknowledge that, that's fine.
Yeah.
Is it like usual for like Australians to go out to study like overseas? Like, do you have like a lot of friends who study overseas?
I don't have any friends that went overseas. I have a few that went interstate, but not overseas, I think.
What about you?
Yeah, it's same in my high school. Like literally everyone was like either USYD, USYD, or UTS. And I think I was the only one that considered like going overseas. And then everyone was like, "Yo, you want to move to the US?" Like,
Oh, I want
What's
to
wrong?
go to
What's wrong? What's wrong with
US.
Australia?
What's wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that kind of mindset, and also I feel
Yeah.
like most people want to stay interstate as well. I mean, sorry, not interstate. They want to stay in their own state as well. So like most of my friends in Queensland stayed in Queensland. Yeah, and when I was like, oh, I want to go to Sydney, they're like, oh, what's wrong with Queensland? Why do you want to go to Sydney?
Yeah, exactly.
No, because like that's one thing like I faced like when I was back in India, my whole friends, like my close knit, they all like moved to different parts of the country. So like my close friends right now, they're like in Canada, US, UK, and I'm like, oh, we're never gonna be able to meet because like our
That's
timings are so
hard.
different. Yeah, and like it's summer for me, so it's winter for them, and it's winter for me, and it's summer for them. So it's completely like two different worlds. So yeah, and like it's been already been like 2 years. I haven't even met my best friends. And I'm like, I don't think in like next 4 years we'll be able to match our timetables because like whenever there's like a break for me, they're like finals are going on or something like that. So yeah.
That's so tough.
That's so tough. I can't imagine. That must. But do you guys like still catch up over like calls?
Yeah, we do, but like it gets difficult sometimes because your times doesn't match, and like it also is somewhat difficult to explain how you're feeling because it's a very different vibe in Australia or in Canada or in London. So yeah, your situation kind of differs, but yeah, obviously you can also sometimes relate to them more than you can relate to people who are back in their homes because they know the feeling of being lonely or staying away
in a
from
different
family.
country.
Yeah.
It's very nuanced, like multifaceted. There's always like pros and cons
Yeah.
of everything.
So complex.
Why did you
So complex.
Why did I choose USYD? I was actually initially going to go to University of Manchester. And I had I had actually accepted my offer, but it was like 1 month before. I'm like, I don't want to go to London. I mean, I don't want to go to UK. I want to come to Australia. And that was like out of the blue. I still don't know what changed, but I was like, I don't think I want to go there.
It's the weather, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it rains
Seasonal
like,
depression.
it rains like
Yeah.
180 out of 360 days over there, and that's like minimum. So I don't know
Yeah,
how many days
no,
it doesn't
yeah.
rain. So yeah, I was like, I can't go there. Yeah.
I think environment, like, I think that's smart of you.
Yeah.
Because, like, environment, I know environment has a big impact on me as a person.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah. There was a time like last year, it rained in Sydney for like 5 continuous days, and it was like
my
a
God.
warning as well or something like that.
Yeah.
I stayed 5 days completely in my house. Like I was like, I'm not getting out because I hate rain. So it completely made sense for me to not go to Manchester.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. During that period, I like went to class, right? But I was like so done with class. I was just like, I need to leave.
seasonal depression is real. It's so real. Yeah, I'm glad you chose Australia.
Dude, that reminds me of that. You know, last year when those 5 days of like complete rain, right? That was actually a scary period for me, because all 5 days I had work,
Oh.
and my work was like 20 minutes away from my place, right? So like two of the times, right, when I had to go to work, most of the roads were flooded.
Oh, wait, that's so dangerous.
Yeah, it was. I was gonna call off work, right? But then I was like so close, and like I like money.
I like
I like
money.
money. Come on.
Sorry.
I like money. So because of that, but yeah, it was scary. I think I saw like a different car. Like, I think a car in front of me. He was like swaying to the right a bit, so it was like really dangerous.
Damn,
Because
how
the water?
high was it
Because of
when
the
you
water,
drove?
yeah.
How high was it when you were driving?
It wasn't that high, but like you couldn't see like the lanes, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't see the lanes, but you can see
Covered.
like the roads
Yeah.
and like the intersection in the middle. But yeah, that car literally went in the middle, and there's like a pole here, almost crashed in it.
so
But I beeped, and then he had to
That's
he stopped.
good.
But yeah, bro, it was adventurous, isn't it? Even though it was dangerous.
Adventurous?
Yeah, it was
Never won.
You know, even though I'm risking my life for
Risking
money,
your life for the paycheck.
for the paycheck, but yeah.
It was a minimum wage or higher? It better
Oh
be
no,
higher.
it was high. It was
Okay, so maybe
Then it's
fair.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
The uni student mindset is crazy.
No, come on, man. In this economy, come on.
Yeah,
And,
in
and
this economy.
any penny we get is worth.
Real, so real.
Yeah. No.
Lol.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, so I'll ask something. Is it like usual for you guys to like move out of your own houses? Like, do you, as like domestic students, like do you usually stay with your parents, or like do you move out and stay by yourselves?
In this economy, I feel like most people usually like stay with their parents. Like, if you're not moving interstate or anything, it's like just better financially to stay with your parents. Like, why would you move out? Yeah.
I like 1,000% would voluntarily stay with my parents, like free food.
Yeah.
Like
I think
laundry
that's like a kind of like a
service.
millennial mindset. I think that it's like outdated now, because like most people prefer to live with their parents than outside. Because even if you like earning money or like have a full-time role, if you're not married or something, you'll be happy living with your
really?
parents.
Yeah.
Oh, because like
Yeah.
this is like an expectation which we like as international students. Like I'd always heard like, you know, like abroad or something, like as soon as their high school gets over or something, like they always try to move out, and like like that's what I'd always assumed. But like coming here, that's what I heard. Like, you know, it's so expensive that nobody wants to move out.
Yeah.
I think it's different for me. Like, my parents really supported that I move out because they were both boarders, and so they were both like on their own since they were little, like really little, so like similar to USYD. And like they always told us, like, once you're 18, we're kicking you out. Like, bye, no more. Just because I think they really appreciated how much that independence and living by themselves like shaped them as a person.
Yeah. No, I asked my parents, like as a joke, when I'm 19, I want to move out. It's like, where are you gonna go? They were like, where are you gonna go? You're gonna live in your
where
own
are you gonna
place
go?
with what money? You think you're earning that much? They were like, where do you think you're going?
They just laugh.
Yeah, and it's like you're not moving out until we marry you off. That was literally them. Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
hypothetically, like Monica, like hypothetically, if you wanted to like hang out, if you like got a partner or something, and you like wanted to hang out with them, would you?
Real.
Like what would the living situation be like?
Like, what do you mean, like, live?
I mean, not living situation, but like, would your parents, would they be okay with like someone coming over to your house or you going over to them?
No.
Yeah.
Not even during the day.
Not even during the day. Oh.
I mean, the car's comfy enough.
Okay.
Guys, I was being so wholesome.
Yeah, but I think like once you get a partner, it just changes. Because like then you want to think about like moving out and whatnot. Then like move out together in a sense. Yeah.
You both would have to be working.
Yeah.
Like stable income.
Yeah.
Gotta reach like a threshold.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that kind of thing, like, I don't know.
I have like another question. This is what I've heard. I'm not sure. Like, I think it's very different for people. But like, do you guys pay for your own uni?
I mean, my uni's hexed, yeah.
What do you mean by that? Sorry, I don't know.
Like, student loan?
Yeah, it's like a student loan where government pays you off, and then once you get a full-time role or something, you'll just get taxed off more. Yeah. So it's like a good system, and there's no interest or anything. It's just inflation adjusted.
Yeah.
How much are you paying for uni?
Oh, international rates are so
It's
crazy.
crazy, bro.
It's crazy. It's like what, 50k a year?
Or
Yeah. So
it'll be like 3 times domestic.
Yeah. Okay. How much do you pay for 1 unit?
I mean, I guess it really like
For
depends.
domestic is like 12k a year, something like that.
Yeah. We pay like 20k a semester. Like that's minimum.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's the cost of a whole degree.
And
Virtually.
there's no student loans, right? You have to pay
Yeah,
out of
there's no student loan.
Yeah, you can get like
Wow.
the only way is like scholarships
Yeah.
Right.
or like private scholarships. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my degree, I looked up, and it's like, per semester it's around like 20k, and my degree is 5 years long,
Oh my god.
and an honors year, so 6 years long.
Yeah.
So if I added up all together, my whole degree would cost 300k
Oh
in
my
international term for an international student. But because of my scholarships and whatnot, we only pay like 30% of it, which is good.
That's good.
So it's like almost domestic rate,
yeah.
and yeah. So
That's why the education sector makes so much
oh
money.
man, yeah. So like when like when like the lockdown happened 3 years ago, like the most suffered sector in Australia was the education sector.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was it difficult for you guys to like get into USYD?
I wouldn't say so. Cause like for USYD students, I mean like for HSC students in NSW, there was a thing called E12. That's how I got in. So basically, it's like they look at like your year 11, year 12 reports before HSC, and give you a conditional offer, where if your ATAR mark is that for this degree, they'll just lower it down by like 10 points.
It's like an equity thing. Like
It's more like an equity thing. And then for undergrads, it's very unlikely, just based off like academic performance for you to get an offer. But yeah, for domestic students, I wouldn't say it was much of a problem. But yeah, even though like USYD's it's like one of the top unis in Australia. It's like it is kind of, you gotta study to get in. If that makes sense. Yeah, I don't want to say like it's easy to get in. So obviously, you gotta put in the work to get in.
Yeah, I didn't get in like first round, so I got like a conditional offer to ANU because of like year 11, but then year 12 kind of was too sus. So then I just went to ANU, and then I did like some of my degree there, and then I like transferred into USYD.
There's like lots of pathways, I guess, to get to where you want to go.
How was ANU like transitioning to like from ANU to USYD like?
In terms of culture, I would kind of say the culture is a little bit different. In terms of with USYD, I think to make friends, you really have to put a lot more effort in. Maybe like go to societies or get involved in like clubs or something. But then ANU, I feel like because of the way the campus is set out, like everyone kind of hangs out in one kind of area. There's like one main food spot, and like there's a couple libraries, but everyone normally just goes to like one area. But then USYD, there's like so many food spots and so many like study buildings.
So everyone does their own thing.
Yeah. So it's like a bit like, I'd say everyone kind of keeps to themselves a bit more.
I agree.
That's fair.
How about you guys? I'm curious, was it like hard to get into USYD, would you say? Like going off to your previous question.
I would say like not really. Like I think because like international students are paying so much, like they just need so
Oh yeah, it's
like,
true. It's like for international, like requirements for international students are lower
Oh really? I didn't know that.
than for domestic students.
Yeah.
I mean, all of that requirements are like basically demand and supply. They don't
I
they
know
don't
one
care about
thing. It's a little bit controversial. But like Chinese students, they don't have to have the English requirements to go to USYD because like the government have paid a ton of money to USYD.
Oh really?
Yeah, so that's why you see a lot of
I didn't
Chinese
know
students,
that.
they can't speak like basic English.
Oh,
because of
that's
it.
why.
Yeah, I think they do like a bridging course sort of thing wherein like they have to do like English for the first year as a foundational course, and then they start uni like after a year.
Yeah. Obviously, that foundational course, like, sometimes it's not. Yeah, it's not gonna like raise your proficiency that much.
Because like.
So they don't have to do the IELTS or anything like that.
No, because like, so if you don't know English, either you like learn English and give IELTS and come, and then start your university over here, or else you can come here and then do the foundational course. But I like kind of find it pretty weird to like, you know, how can you learn like a language suddenly in a year? That's something which I think, but I think a lot of people do that.
For me, it's like super easy to get into USYD because like in Vietnam we have international schools and public school. If you like do international school, you do like A level and IB.
Oh, IB.
So that can be transitional to USYD. For me, I was like, in high school we have to take a test to go to the top school, and like my school is one of the top schools in Vietnam. So it's like I definitely have a spot in the top school in Australia.
Just because the education.
Damn. It's interesting.
That's really interesting.
I guess it's just competitive just with domestic students.
Because
like everyone here, because I heard like some HEC students, right? They had the dreams of going to UC.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is fair enough. It's a pretty big school in New South Wales, but like in sort of global scale, is it really that big of a deal? That makes sense.
I think in the long term, it's probably not that big.
Yeah, but I mean, like one of the great things about UC is like, even though we just, like our socials look like kind of shit, I won't lie, compared to like USW. Like once you like graduate one, or you still maintain like a network. Because like even though like the socials are a bit sketch, but because of that, you put more effort into maintaining relationships. And in that sense, in the long run, you develop the skills to like maintain relationships in a sense. So it's like so it's like how, you know, your parents, to discipline you, they beat you.
Okay, keep going with your analogy.
And then next time you don't do that stuff because you fear getting beat, not the actual consequence.
What is happening?
You know? I'm not dumping trauma up here. My parents have never hit me, but
just analogy.
Just analogy, right? I love like crazy analogies. No, but like think about it, right? And like you're like you don't want to do something because it doesn't work.
Yeah, but it's true for like they have done experiments with dogs and they hit them.
Sorry.
Are you calling me a dog? I'm joking.
No, but it's just like when you like are used to like this level. I don't know how. I get what you're trying to say.
You know, like you're like the uni knows so much that you just like instead of like, you know, making sure that like people understand to like actually develop skills to like maintain relationships, they're like, okay, this is your uni is gonna be like a place of shit socials, so that the onus is on you to create friends.
And you learn those skills.
Exactly.
Mindset.
No, like the uni's I don't know. Shit with them. Like, you know, they're giving you education.
Scandalous.
But
I agree. I think because of that, it's definitely like, in a sense, like it is what you make it. Like the people who do really make an effort, I think you do build better connections and you do build better skills as well.
Yeah.
Like definitely build better social skills.
Yeah.
Because you just have to practice so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's a big thing. I think lots of people think social skills is something you're born with, but it's really something that you learn. Yeah, and it's like,
Before coming here, I thought like I was really social. Then like once I came here, I was like, I don't think I'm that social, because like it takes so much effort in the starting to like go up to people and like maintain relationships. Even though you become friends, like after a point to actually meet them regularly or every 2 weeks is also such an effort.
And it's hard because everyone has their own schedules as well. And
I hate that as well, because like my battery just runs out of like week 4 because I put so much effort in the first couple of sems, in like the first couple of weeks of sem. I'm like, by like week 6 or 7, I'll be like, I don't want to talk to anyone anymore. I just want to go uni. I just want to go to my
That's
class
so
and
true.
come back home and just chill and like sleep and cry about my readings and assignments. That's true.
So relatable,
yeah.
so relatable.
Exactly. So like, even though like, you know, yeah. So even though you gotta be social, but like you're human too. Like your battery just dies and it's like not possible.
And when your battery's dead, you just gotta take time off. Oh.
Yeah. You don't want to burn out or anything.
I think it's really hard, but it's really important to find that balance. Yeah.
Mm.
When you did have like your parents staying with you,
Mhm.
did you have like restrictions, like, you know, you couldn't come late at night or something like that?
Not really. Not really. I think my my parents are very chill because they know, because I'm sort of earning at the same time maintaining my own, you know, income, paying for my own stuff. They're like, yeah, but they have the trust in me to like not mess up, in a sense. Who's that?
This is
Sunny Angel.
her Sunny
Ah.
Angel.
Sunny Angel.
It's
Okay.
a
good
naked
mascot.
seal baby.
You put it in front of Sir. I forgot your name, Quava.
So I've got your name.
It's too long.
What about you, Monica? Like, do you have restrictions, like, if you come late or something?
I
Because you're
think
still living with your parents.
my parents would prefer me to get home early.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For their own peace of mind,
Yeah.
like you just like want to make sure you're okay.
Yeah.
But it's not like, as long as I keep them updated on what I'm doing and whatnot, they're fine.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think when I was in Queensland and like living with my parents, I had to like come home early and like, you know, everything. But now that I'm here, their mindset is like, oh, since you're in a different place, it's not like I can keep like nagging you,
Yeah.
so I might as well just let you do whatever.
Yeah.
Mm.
And so, yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is like I would say, like, this is the benefit of an international student. Like, you really don't have to, like, your parents don't nag you anymore. So like back in India, like, there were so many times like I had to like keep convincing my parents, please let me be outside
Oh
until like
my
1
God,
or 2
that's
minutes,
me.
please.
Yeah.
Like here, like
Mom,
they're like,
please,
it's
can
okay,
I go?
chill.
Yeah.
So over here, like, I remember like my first semester, I don't even remember if there was like continuous 3 days we did not party. Like, there were every day we were like just like partying, or like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. There were like times we wouldn't sleep at all until
my
like
days.
8. So I don't, being an international student that way, like, it's a lot of fun as well. Like, I won't make it sound like
okay, I
it's
get
bad
that.
at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then also you have to learn to parent yourself because you
Yeah.
can't have too
Yeah.
much fun. Yeah.
That was so, because like in high school, like, you have your parents to tell you, right? Like, oh, you have like homework, you need to complete this, you need to complete that. But like once I came to university, I'm like, I'll do everything for you, but just like tell me what to do. Like, I don't know what to do because there are so many things. I'm like, I can't keep track of it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of uni.
Yeah.
No one nags you anymore. You have
Yeah.
to nag yourself.
Yeah.
And that's like something we have to learn to do. Yeah.
No.
When I go home for the breaks and I get nagged again.
Oh my gosh,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah. No, even if I go back to Bangladesh, they don't nag me anymore. It's kind of like different.
I think it's
Yeah,
different for guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most likely, yeah. Because like with my sister, my mum and my dad, they're so paranoid with her. Even though like she's only in year 10, but they don't even let her go to the library to study. Because look, yeah, they're just, I don't know. Yeah, it's a bit sad, but yeah, it's like they're just very paranoid with her.
I think that's
In
the
a
families
sense.
of girls.
Yeah.
I guess,
Yeah.
which is like with the way society is.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
do you reckon your sister will go on like a bit of a rebellious streak after?
Yeah.
Oh no, she's in a rebellious streak now.
Right now.
Yeah.
Is that why they took her with them to hang with them?
No comment.
They
No
kidnapped
comment.
No comment? Oh,
No
okay.
comment. No comment. Well, yeah.
Yeah, but then that like happens like back in India as well. Like my brother, he's like allowed to go like anywhere and everywhere, like until like 4 or something. But like I'm always like, come by 1. Like that's the max you can come by. So yeah, that happens. Yeah.
Because I have an older brother as well, and he's allowed to do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Whatever he wants.
Yeah, I bring this up to my parents, and then they're just saying like, oh no, it's different.
Yeah, which it is somewhat different, but like still.
Yeah.
You know, but like initially, I always like, I was the rebellious one as well. I would be like, no, I won't come. What will you do? But like now, like,
What are you gonna do?
Fight me.
When I come back with Suji.
But like now, I think I like kind of understand like where they're coming from, because like they're so protective, and they're just like, they want good for us.
They want the best
so,
for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was also a rebellious kid when I was young. Like, my dad, like, when I was doing something wrong, he had a straw like this, and he was gonna hit me. And I was like, we live in an apartment, and there's different, like, stairs and elevators, and I just, like, trying to hide him, and it's just, like, that high and sit, like, back and run like that.
Damn. Okay.
And, like, till I was, like, in elementary, he was, like, so sick of running after me, so, yeah, that's not happening again.
She got scared.
I was scared. But
No, but it's same, you know.
oh.
You guys have like your dad have sticks to
Yeah,
beat
we're
you.
like bit.
Yeah, but, like,
Oh,
they
right.
do not really actually hit me. He was like invisible me, and if it was a stick, he would like kick.
Oh, it's just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when you were little.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary.
That's scary.
No.
Monica.
Monica.
I was actually
Oh
Oh.
I remember there
What
was
to
once
say?
like I remember once like my mom was angry at my sister and she hit me. And then she started crying by herself because she felt bad that she hit me. I was like,
Why did you hit me then?
she did. My sister made the mistake. I didn't even do anything. And you hit me and then you start crying by yourself. I'm like, how is this making sense?
Make it make sense.
Yeah. And then they didn't give me an opportunity to cry or crib about it because she started crying.
She was crying.
What is happening?
She's like,
so
don't worry.
right.
She's like, don't worry, I'll cry for you. But yeah, parents are peculiar sometimes.
It's I think like a big realization I've had is like our parents are people and our parents it's their first time being parents.
Yeah.
And like literally there's no like handbook on how to be a good parent. Like they're like learning as they go. Which is like I know you guys like eldest children.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm eldest.
Like usually eldest child is like the experiment child. Or like you like get the first
Okay.
No,
I'm
like-
experiment.
It's okay if you don't turn out to be good.
But, like,
The
it's
next
so
one will be
true.
better.
No, but like it's just like
Yeah.
yeah.
Are you the eldest one as well?
I'm middle child.
Okay. That's why they wanted to kick you out from the house. Is that why?
Oh,
Because the middle
crazy.
child. No. Because
It's
like you know, I've
irrelevant.
heard like
Yeah.
middle child's being like there's this, it's generalized that they get the less attention from the parents.
Yeah.
I think I've just always been quiet.
You're gonna make her overthink tonight.
Like,
Don't-
my parents don't love me.
The parents definitely love you.
Yeah, no, but I've always been quite independent, I guess.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. Nah, as being eldest, I guess most of the expectations came to you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they expect like they had like you just had a more of a bigger trust from them. Like you were more trusted by them, even though there was expectations.
Because you were always given more responsibilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And I guess like another thing is like you learn as like an eldest child to be more open with your parents than you're as a younger child. I feel like, in a sense, because like for example, for me, I always like to disclose everything to my parents, like my friendships, my relationship, what I'm up to in uni, and just as conversations and whatnot, right? And they wouldn't even ask, I would just say it. But my sister, right? Like my parents actively have to chase her to have a conversation, like to learn more. So yeah, I guess I just found that dynamic. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it's like the same with you guys.
Oh, it's kind of like the opposite in my family. So
Ah,
I've
okay.
an older brother, but yeah, I like tell my parents stuff, or like if they ask, I'll tell them. But he likes to keep things like more to himself.
That's me with my
Yeah.
brother, yeah.
And we like don't find out until later, and I'm like, oh, I did not know this was happening.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, I tell my older brother everything.
Yeah.
He doesn't tell me
Mhm.
anything.
It's so true.
Oh no, I would barely speak to my younger sister.
Oh,
Anyway, well, yeah. Like the other day, she like texted me, "What you doing?" And I just left on scene.
Shamil, that's so bad.
I know. I'm a sheep older brother sometimes.
Just the older brother.
Yeah.
My sister.
Yeah.
I would
She's a
disown you,
brat
yeah.
though. I don't
I would
mind.
disown I would never talk to my brother if he did that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
My
I mean,
brother
you can't
does
take me for
He
granted
leaves me
if
on
you
scene.
remember. Now is the time you text your sister.
Yeah, I should just reply to her, "Hey, sorry, I left you on red for like
Like
a
2 weeks
week."
later. Oh, my brother did that to me once.
He did?
Yeah.
Yeah, really. So he felt bad.
Yeah, he felt bad. No, because he was messaging me about something because he wanted something from me.
Oh yeah.
man.
No. That's
And
when
he
I
was
would like text my sister. It's like, "Oh, can you tell my parents like I was at, I don't know, I was in the mosque when I was like at my girlfriend or something." I don't know.
Yeah, my brother texted me. He was like, "Oh, can you get me milk tea?" Because he saw I was out, and then he was like, "Oh, sorry, I left you in red from 2 months ago."
Oh,
Crazy.
my brother leaves me on red when I ask for stuff. I'm like, "Can you give me Macca's?" And then he will reply. But at least he's good with like replying if I actually do need stuff.
Oh,
like
right,
proper
yeah.
stuff. Yeah. That's good.
If there was one thing which you had to change from like first semester, what would that be? Like one thing you'd wished for when you entered university, you wanted.
That's a
would
good
that be?
question.
Oh, okay.
Like what you tell your past
What would-
self
yeah,
in a sense.
sort of.
I want to say like getting more involved into like competitions and whatnot, because I've heard it's good for in the long run if you develop your skills from like when you start off in first year. But at the same time, I have like no regrets, because like even though it's like I didn't know much about uni, like what the lifestyle is, and my main goal was just making friends, and I got that to be done. But then now that I look back, when I'm more like, I don't know, I'm focusing more on developing skills and like, you know, preparing myself like to getting like a career or whatnot. Now it's like, oh shit, I should have done this instead. But at the same time, like you can't really blame yourself in hindsight when you have different goals. So yeah, so I guess that's my main. I was like, I should have done that, but it is what it is.
No
Yeah,
regrets.
yeah, no regrets, yeah.
How about you, Sarah?
I would say be more balanced, because I think I would try and either like put myself really out there and then talk to like a lot of new friends, or I would just like study all the time. And like my dad was like pretty poor, so I feel like, so with exercise, I did not exercise. So I think I should like have had a better balance.
Like that would be your biggest advice. And how about right now? Do you find you're more balanced, or you're still working towards it?
I reckon I'm still working on the exercise part. Yeah.
I mean, for me, I guess I kind of just finished my first semester. I think my main goal was just like really settle in, and I think I achieved that. Yeah, so no regrets. I think
No
I could have
regrets.
been more of an academic weapon, but
That's everyone. I don't want to look my way.
No, we start now.
yeah. But no regrets, I think.
HDs only.
Yeah, no,
That's quite ambitious.
that's for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna work on that more this sem, and I also wanna I think open myself up to more people this semester.
That's good. That's good. Great goal.
I also want to work more on my studies because like last semester I didn't like do any work before the tutorials. I skipped like multiple tutorials, and and it's still lucky that I got a good mark, but like it's not good. So yeah, I just want to have like knowledge in general, not for the marks you get in uni. So yeah,
That's good.
That's a good approach
Yeah.
to it. Yeah.
Honestly, with my academic studies, right, I'm at the point where like if I'm not failing, I'm fine.
Yeah, that's
Because
and
like,
that's
come on,
yeah.
please get degrees.
Please get
Please degrees. Please get
No,
degrees.
my standards were like high, and now they're just dropping.
In
Oh,
high
no,
school,
yeah.
in high school, 'cause I
No,
think
you
we-
see those like TikToks where like, you know, engineering students like high school. Oh, I got 95. Oh shit, this is a terrible mark.
Yeah.
And then now it's like after finals, your mark's 56, and they're like celebrating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Yes.
It was so easy to
It's
score
like,
in
yeah.
high school.
5 bender tomorrow.
And also, I feel like high school, like the marking criteria was so much clearer,
Yeah.
and like you kind of just like your teachers guided you,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you knew how to get the marks.
Yeah. And like now, I don't know why, but I don't want to say this because I don't want to jeopardize my uni.
Okay, we can cut it out if it's.
It's like I just feel like I'm more conscious about like professor biases, even though it's like
Professor biases.
like they'll like whoever marks it, them heavy bias. Even though it's like it's like SID and whatnot. Like if you if you just request for you to get your marks like changed a bit. I've heard like some stories about if you get like 64, if you just email the professor and whatnot, they'll like bump you up.
Oh,
So,
really?
like,
I've actually heard quite the opposite. Like, I've had like friends who got like 49 or something, and they're like, please, like just like 1 month for me to pass or something, and they're like really serious about it. Though.
Exactly. Yeah. So like, it's like that bias kind of. Like, I'm like more conscious about it now.
Like different professors, different tutors will mark differently. That's like a given.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, but I wasn't like conscious about that in high school.
I agree.
Because like teachers, I think like teachers because like you gotta be very conscious about like bad students and like not having like people not having like the best opportunity, and like because they're trained that way, they put everyone into like a more similar standard. But for I think professors, because they're mainly researchers, and like that's what you get. And so that's like with like your professors or like tutors and whatnot, it's a hit or miss all the time.
What about you?
What was
Advice for your like
Your own
past
self,
self, kind of like for your first semester.
like get more involved like socially at uni and study harder.
But I guess it's good because you can do that this step, and you're getting more involved in like societies.
That's fair.
How about you, Suchi?
I think like I would say the same thing, that I wish like I joined like more societies or something like in my first semester, so that I could like actually like go through them, because like once you're like in your second or third year, just your units just start to get like harder, and then you don't have enough time to like actually work on so many other things, so like develop skills like in your first year more than
That's fair.
fair. But also it's like not necessarily too late. But
it's never too late, like just sooner the better.
it is hard to balance though. I agree. So we might like wrap up there. I wanted to end the podcast with a positive affirmation. Does anyone have one like in mind?
Change is good. No, that's such a shitty one.
I want to say like I'm proud of how far we've already come. I think that's important to recognize, because I know we're all like quite ambitious people. But I think it's good to take a moment to recognize that.
I think we can
Recognize your achievements. I think that's the main thing.
So shall we say it all at once? I'm proud of myself and how far I've come.
Okay, I'm proud. Okay.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. I'm proud of myself and how far I've come. And
I think we should do that again.
Again?
He was also bad.
He was bad?
Okay.
He forgot. He started looking at you like, what do you have feeling?
No.
Take two.
I did that too.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
I'm
proud of myself and how far I've come. And I hope we're all looking forward to the places that we will go. And I think that's it. Bye. I don't know how to end the podcast.
Just wait.
Bye. See you next time.
Bye.